Hi everyone, it's Mora Viva and Shoko. Today I'm going to be reading to you a story called Donnie and Deanie Catini Help the King by Ella Adler. This story is about two little children that are very small. In Hebrew, the word katan means small. We are learning the letter kuf this week, and the word katan starts with the letter kuf. Enjoy the story. Mayor Mendel and the people in his city are all very busy. They are getting ready for a visit from His Majesty the King. Mayor Mendel gave everyone a special job in honor of the King's visit. This is Beryl the baker. He is baking delicious cakes and covering them with creamy white frosting. The King will love them. Meet Gedalia the grocer. He is making a barrel full of sweet esrog jelly. Yum! Here is Barish the butcher. He is preparing the finest cuts of meat to put into the royal Shabbos cholent. Tuvia the tailor is sewing a beautiful velvet kippah for the king. Yehoshua the jeweler is trimming the new kippah with golden threads and shining rubies. Mayor Mendel hurried through the busy city. He looked at all the gifts and smiled. The king will be honored with such wonderful gifts, he said. The only ones who were not smiling were Donnie and Deanie Catini. Katan means small, and they were called Catini because they were very little. They were also very sad. They knew that being happy is a big mitzvah, but they couldn't feel happy because no one had asked them to make a gift for His Majesty the King. The big day finally arrived. All the stores were closed. A long yellow and blue sign was hung high above the city to welcome the king. Everyone was standing and waiting for the royal coach. Mayor Mendel smiled. He was proud of the gifts the people had made for the king. He was proud of the way they did the mitzvah of Hachnasas Orchim, welcoming guests. Suddenly, the bugles sounded. The band began to play. The king's royal coach was approaching. The people cheered. His Majesty waved to the crowd, and Mayor Mendel led the people in reciting the blessing, Shanasan Mikavodo Levasar Vidam. The door of the royal coach opened. His Majesty stood up before all the people of the town. But just as the king stepped down from the royal coach, he lost his balance. He slipped and fell down onto the cobblestone street. And there he lay. The crowd just stood and stared at the king. They did not know what to do. Even Mayor Mendel did not know what to do. But Beryl the baker thought he did. He came running towards the king. "Your Majesty," he said, "here is a delicious royal cake I baked for you, all by myself. Would you like a slice?" His Majesty did not look up or say thank you. Then Gedalia the grocer came running up. "I have a royal gift for you, too. It's the finest esrog jelly I ever made. Would you like to taste it?" The king looked up from the ground and frowned. Next, Tuvia the tailor and Yehoshua the jeweler pushed their way through the crowd. "Oh, Your Majesty," they cried, "look at this magnificent kippah. We sewed it just for you, and we trimmed it with golden threads and shiny jewels. Would you like to try it on?" His Majesty was still on the cobblestone. He grumbled loudly. He grumbled so loudly that everyone stopped talking. Not a sound was heard. Mayor Mendel was confused. "Your Majesty, don't you like these beautiful gifts we made for you?" he asked. The king looked angry. His face was the color of a bright red tomato. "Mr. Mayor," he said, "gifts are not what I need right now. Doesn't anyone here know what I need right now?" No one said a word. Suddenly, the king heard two squeaky little voices. We do. We know that the king needs some help." There, standing in front of the king, were Donnie and Deanie Catini. "We are at the king's service." "You are right. I need help. You two are very kind. You are the only ones in the city who know about being kind and helpful, said the king. But how can small children help a tall king? Donnie smiled. We can help you stand up. That's right, added Deanie. You fell down and no one has helped you up yet. Donnie and Deanie took hold of the king's arms and helped him to his feet. Gently, they brushed the dust from his royal robes. The king, who had been very angry before, began to chuckle. Then he laughed. Everyone in town was so busy trying to honor me with gifts that when I fell down and needed some help, no one knew what to do. No one except for Donnie and Deanie, the king said. The gifts you made for me are wonderful indeed, and I thank you. But gifts are not the only way to show kindness and respect. Donnie and Deanie didn't give me an expensive gift, but theirs was the best of all. They helped me up when I was down. They were truly kind and helpful. All at once, the king told the servants to lift Donnie and Deanie into the royal coach. The crowd cheered loudly as they bowed to the king and waved to all their friends. Music filled the streets. Mayor Mendel smiled proudly, and in hardly any time at all, Mayor Mendel's city became known across the land as a city of kindness, thanks to Donnie and Deanie Cattini, who knew just how to help the king. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story, and I hope you learned a good lesson to always have good mitos and treat others with kindness and respect. Have a good day. From More Aviva and Shoko. Bye.